Hey everyone, my name is Beth. This is the Transparent Homeschool. If you're new to my channel, I homeschooled 2 kiddos, and last year was our first homeschool year. And we are getting to start up our second year tomorrow. It is the first day of school tomorrow, and I am pumped and I am super excited. But I also have some other feelings too, and that's what this video is going to be about today, is kind of just how I'm feeling going into our second year. Now, I don't know, I felt like last year was kind of like an exploring year for me, like trying to figure out how my teaching style, what my teaching style is basically, and then like how my son learns best. I'm still kind of figuring that one out, but it was just basically a self-reflection of me as a person and what I need to work on going forward in homeschooling. For example, I learned that I am not the most patient of teachers, and so that was one thing that I really had to kind of hone in on this summer, is how to be more patient. And I know that kind of sounds really trivial to some of you, and it makes me seem like a super awful mom, but that's what I love about homeschooling. That's one of the great things about homeschooling, is it really is a great reflection of you as a person, and just really shows you what kinds of character traits you need to work on. Having said that though, this coming year, I'm having a different philosophy as well. So I went to the homeschool conference a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things that really just got placed upon my heart to really explore was this idea that my children are like independent human beings, all right? And I've never thought of them that way before, because they're your kids, right? Like they're your kids. But God created them, and they're going to grow up one day, and they're going to become adults, and they're going to have kids of their own. And so like these people that I have the absolute privilege of teaching are adults. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not just kids, they will be adults someday. So that was one of the things that really got placed on my heart, was to really just soak in this idea that, these are kids and they're my kids, but they're also humans. And so they have, their separate, personality things and their own kinds of like strengths and weaknesses and distractions and this, that, and the other. But so I really want to start out this school year with a heart of understanding that I'm not only teaching like my son or my daughter, but I'm teaching a human who is completely different from me, and really just kind of focus on that. So having said that, I'm going to just share with you some of my feelings. So the first thing that I am feeling right now is I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I have a new space to do homeschooling. However, we're only going to be in here for like another, month and a half, because we are looking for a house right now. So this is just a rental. So we're starting out our school year in one homeschool space, and then we're going to continue into a new homeschool space. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm really excited for just the space we have right now, and to try out kind of what doing school at the dining room table looks like, because that's what we have right now as far as like available space. If you haven't checked out my small homeschool space video, you should go do that, and you can see kind of how I have everything organized and things like that. But I have new curriculum, and I'm so excited to use it. This is going to be my first year using the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts Level K, and so I really can't wait for that. Now, tomorrow we are not going to be doing all of our subjects, and so this idea of like this staggered entry kind of thing for subjects, like I know they have like staggered entry for like kindergarten and things like that, but this is kind of like for subjects. And so this idea came from Pam Barnhill, of course. She's like my hero, my homeschool hero, if you will. But like her advice is amazing and her wisdom is amazing. And so go over to her YouTube channel, her Facebook, and it's just great. But what she had suggested was, instead of like jumping in on day one with all of your subjects and like overwhelming yourself, to start with one subject and then like ease into your full schedule. So this is what we're doing, okay? So this first week of school, we are just doing our read aloud. So our read aloud, our history, and our Bible are the only 3 things that we're doing this week. Then next week we'll do those 3, and then we will add math. And the week after that, we'll do all of those 4, and then we'll add in language arts, and we'll keep doing that until all of our subjects are in our schedule. So I'm really excited to kind of just explore the new curriculum that we got. We're using basically all new curriculum except for math, which is Right Start Math. We're sticking with that from last year, so we will see how all of that goes, and I will do quarterly reviews on how the curriculum is working for us, and we'll just see how that goes. But apart from being excited, I am so ready for summer to be over. And people are like, oh, you're so crazy, like summer's awesome, I don't want summer to be over. I have had almost a 4-month summer, guys. Like, I'm so ready to do school again, to have that routine and to have that purpose in every day. The reason that we took such a long summer break was because last year, basically the whole year, I was pregnant. And then we really kind of bared down and did a lot of our work. Like the last month I was pregnant, so that I didn't have to like stop schooling, have a baby, and then come back to school. Like, I wanted everything to just be finished when I had our baby. And so about 2.5 weeks before our daughter was born, we finished our school, and then we're just starting tomorrow. So that's like a 3.5, almost 4-month vacation for my kids. And I'm gonna tell you what, for them, it was probably great. For me, it was awful, because we got off of our routine, and they had way too much freedom. And so now one of my fears is that because we took such a long break, it's going to take twice as long as normal to kind of get them back into the mode of like focusing and doing schoolwork, because they're just used to playing all day. We did do a lot of reading, and we did do some math work and stuff like that, but I really wish things had kind of been planned better. I don't know that you can plan things with pregnancy, but I will say that I did need that time. I did need that time to kind of transition from 2 kids to 3 and see how our new baby kind of fit into our life. And now that I have a better understanding of that, I can kind of now start to plan our homeschool around like the baby and her schedule and like naps and feedings and things like that. So I'm glad, but I'm not glad that we've had so much time. I don't know how else to say that. So there you go. With the baby, she's 3.5 months now, and so I am a little nervous about how she's going to be like dictating the routine of our day. And so if you guys have any suggestions or any advice on how to incorporate the newborn, she's not necessarily a newborn anymore, like the baby phase, like the eating and the constant needing attention thing. I do have a carrier, and I plan on using that a lot when she's not sleeping, and then I plan on either nursing or doing a bottle while we do read-alouds, and I think that will help too. But if you have any other tips for me, I would absolutely love to hear them, because that's probably one of my biggest fears. Not fears, but my biggest, I don't even know a word. Like anxiety, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I have all these things in my head. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. And then, again, I'm really excited to start the school year off, like I said before, with this new philosophy on like teaching my kids. And so I really want to start out the school year like prayerful and really mindful of like praying every day over my homeschool and letting the Lord show me what my kids need to learn that day. And I'm not saying that academics aren't important, because they are, but if we need to spend a whole day talking about like trust or obedience or things like that, we're going to do that. And that is so beneficial to a child and to a relationship between parent, child, teacher, student, that I think it would be time well spent, you know? So I don't know. I'm really excited to just really incorporate praying into my homeschool, because last year it was my first year. I didn't really know anything, and it was an open box curriculum. And so my personality type was check, 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 check. And I got really frustrated when we didn't do checks and we didn't fit everything in. And so now that we kind of have this like fluid routine instead of like a set schedule, I think that's going to help keep me at peace, but we'll see. So yeah, there's that. And then lastly, I'm nervous about our read aloud routine. This is the first year we're doing the read alouds, and I don't know, my kids love being read to, okay guys, but like I don't think they've ever sat for the amount of time that we're going to be sitting listening. I do have a whole bunch of materials that I plan on kind of distracting them with to keep their hands busy, and I'm going to go grab those in a second and I'll show you guys real quick. But I just really hope that we can kind of incorporate this read aloud, because I love reading to my kids and they love me reading to them, but we've just never done the amount of reading that we are going to be embarking on. So let me go grab the boxes that I'm using and I will come right back. Okay, so these are kind of the boxes that I have so far, and they just have a whole bunch of different stuff in there to kind of occupy them. I know these boxes are kind of like the thing right now for homeschoolers. They're just totes that you can carry around, and they have the tray on top and then stuff inside. I'll probably do a separate video on this once we kind of start using them and I can see how effective they are and what I need to change and what I don't need to change. But for right now, that's kind of what we're using, and we will see how that goes. So wish me luck, and happy first day of school to anyone who is starting soon. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.